So these crypto geeks are playing with magic internet money, buying these JPEGs called NFTs of monkeys or something like that, using something called Ethereum. Meanwhile, there's talks of the flippening happening if there's another China fudge storm. But whatever you do, don't FOMO, or you'll get wrecked, man. Wait for the bounce to know when to DCA into your favorite alts. The hell did I just say? Hey guys, welcome back to Tales from the Crypto Keeper. And it's your friendly neighborhood Canuck, the Crypto Keeper. So today we're going to be talking about 10 different common terms you're going to want to know for cryptocurrency. Nobody likes being stuck in a conversation where they really don't know what's going on. It just happened to me earlier with Mrs. Crypt Keeper. She was saying that I never listened to her, and I have no idea what she was talking about because I wasn't listening to her. So these terms are going to be some common ones that you're going to see around. You're going to see them everywhere. You're going to see them just even simply researching or putting into your Google browser or whatever browser the term cryptocurrency. These are things that are going to help you get started on your way to understanding what the fuck is actually going on when someone's speaking these terms. All right, so the first one we're going to start out with today is the word blockchain. Blockchain's like one of those buzzwords that you hear like everywhere, but I still don't think that most people even use it correctly. Essentially, a blockchain is like a digital ledger, right? It's composed of all the transactions ever made in a specific type of cryptocurrency. All of these transactions, when you put them together, they make up a block, right? And there's only so much space in that block. So once the transactions fill the block, another block starts, thus chaining the blocks together. Some blockchains have a limited number of blocks by design, whereas some others have an infinite market cap. So a blockchain like Bitcoin is public. So everybody can see every transaction that's going down. A lot of the time, people like to associate cryptocurrencies with things that they were for in the early days. Like, so you probably heard a lot about like Silk Road, where people were using cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, Litecoin, things like that, to purchase illicit services. I mean, what happened to the good old days when you used to just buy drugs off your sketchy friend's dad? You probably hear the word altcoin a lot. So what an altcoin is pretty much every coin that's not Bitcoin. Some altcoins can even disrupt the market and shape industry trends, depending on how strong the belief in that coin is and how it is doing on the market. And then too, you do have a lot, more so the vast majority, that are just absolute hot garbage. What they're doing is they're trying to take your money, man. There is no function to this token. They have no hope of ever having it being used in any type of practical utility. They're pieces of shit. We're looking at you, fucking Paul Brothers, with your dink doink. Eat it. Stop taking advantage of stupid people. KYC, or knowing your customer. That's a term you're going to hear if you're buying your crypto in more mainstream places like E-Trade or Coinbase or even Crypto.com. This is a term that you're going to see a lot more as regulation becomes a part of cryptocurrency. NFT, hey, there's one you hear all over the place lately, right? Non-fungible token. And these are cryptographic tokens that exist on a blockchain, right? And they're to help deter fraud and prevent authenticity. That's not what you want. Protect authenticity. So for pieces of art, for real estate, things of that nature. Some NFTs are not just a piece of art. Some of them actually have functional uses. Myself, I'm lucky enough to own a loaded lion. Now, by holding that, I'm entitled to specific perks through Crypto.com, right? So I'm allowed to get into something they created called the mainnet, which is offering perks. We just got our own private Twitter on the Twitterverse. We receive free NFT drops from them regarding the lions. There's special chat groups. So things of that nature, right? You can literally see when it was minted, when it was purchased, if it was sold, to whom it was sold, for how much it has sold. And you can pretty much trace the whole trail all the way from start to finish. Should I choose to sell my lion here, all of the rights and the benefits that I receive from that would transfer over to the new owner and I would lose them. Now, a lot of the NFTs that you see out there are just that. They are like an art. They're really cool to have, but they really don't, you don't really need it. It's kind of like having a huge schlong. Oh no, it's FOMO! FOMO is an acronym for fear of missing out. It's the fear or anxiety created that you might be missing out on an investment opportunity, right? So we use Dogecoin or Dogecoin or however you want to say it, okay? You guys might remember it. Last year, it was like around 71 cents or something. Everybody was talking about it. Elon was tweeting it. When your friend Bob down in accounting was like, oh my God, I bought Dogecoin. And it was at like 69 cents. Well, guess what? Sorry, Bob, but you lost a lot of money because that has been hanging out around 20 cents now. But he bought that coin because he saw the upstreak, right? And he had a fear of missing out that it was going to go to the moon, as everybody was saying. A way to put that in a practical, non-financial term would be like your dog, right? So like, you love your dog. You do. You know you do. Like, you'll watch your dog lick its asshole across the room and then come on over to you and then jump up on you. And if he wants to give you a big kiss on the face, you know what? You probably let him do it. And that's a FOMO because you're fearing of missing out on, you know, the affection of your pet, right? You want that. Everybody who agreed with that last statement I made, deep down, like sincerely, man, you guys have problems. Like for real, what kind of sociopath watches his dog lick his ass and then lets him lick his face? FUD, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt. FUD's a trick that's used in the crypto world to spread disinformation about a coin, right? So you might hear people saying all the time, like, oh, it's FUD, oh, FUD, China's FUD this, FUD that, right? They're talking about them saying things that aren't necessarily true to try and cause negative impact on the market, right? So that's FUD. Like if you went on a Tinder date and then you get, you know, to your Tinder date, everything looks good, but then you think you notice an Adam's apple, you might have some FUD as to what's really going on. DeFi. That's one that you hear all the time. People always talking about DeFi this, DeFi that. All right, well, what that stands for is decentralized finance. Very simple term. So if you have your banking, well, that's centralized finance. It's regulated, right? So crypto being unregulated and NFT projects being unregulated, metaverses being unregulated, it makes them a decentralized finance. So DeFi. You're gonna run into the term DeFi a lot if you're on Twitter. Really big in the Twitterverse. Gas. Gas is the term for when you're sending crypto. So it actually costs money to make a transaction, to send it to your wallet, depending on the network that it's on and depending on the type of crypto that you're sending, what wallet you're using. They all have different amounts essentially that you're gonna pay. If you pay more gas, you can get your crypto to where it's going quicker than if you pay less gas fees. Generally means it's going to be slower. And gas fees are one of the things that's most hindering the market right now. Because like guys, if you haven't been trading or doing any trading, I break it down real simple. They're not going to lick it. They're not going to spit on it. They are stuffing it in there raw, bud. Fiat. Fiat is just a term for money. Your everyday, greenback. If you're American, you got your green dollars. If you're Canadian, you got your fucking wacky color money. If you're European, I don't know what you guys use, fucking jewels, crowns. So fiat became fiat when money stopped being backed by gold, essentially. So there's nothing behind this currency. I mean, you're regular people. I'm sure you've seen money. Satoshi Nakamoto. So this one is out there. You may have heard it, you may not have heard it. Satoshi Nakamoto is the pseudonym that the person or persons responsible for creating Bitcoin initially have gone under. They never released their real identity, or this could be a person's real identity. I don't really know. Nobody really knows. It's kind of one of those crypto mystery things. But yeah, that is the person who brought Bitcoin into this beautiful, beautiful digital world that we are now living in. He also authored the Bitcoin white paper, as well as developed the first systems that Bitcoin ran on. All right, now that wraps up 10 crypto terms for dummies. I hope you guys got something out of this. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you found it insightful. That is our goal here. If you could do us a favor and subscribe, if you liked it, hit the like button. If you want to see these videos right when they come out, then just hit that notification bell. All right, guys? So until the next video, I'm going to say adieu. And if you didn't like it, line starts to the left, boys.